stretched out to the middle. Back to Cruz.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Bernardo Fords. It's in! Rochester has the lead. And again, it's St. Louis.
It is a gorgeous Memorial Day weekend, and what better way to spend it than with some USL soccer. We're just a few minutes away from some of the best beaches in Florida as we come to you live from the Titans Soccer Complex as Orlando City B hosts the Charlotte Independence. Welcome in, everybody. Great to have you with us. Austin David alongside former original Orlando Lions striker Eric Lieben. And Eric, we got a good matchup in store for us tonight.
Yeah, it's really exciting tonight. Both teams have some personnel changes to deal with. We have new starting keepers on both sides, and call-ups to the MLS squads for both rosters mean some new faces we're going to see tonight.
All right, we'll have the starting lineups and the kickoff coming to you right after this.
We know where it all began. It was the best start of any professional soccer club in the history of the United States. We have continued to smash records in our transition to MLS. Our destiny is to defy expectations.
We had ruled an era in this league. And now we are back for more.
Our mission is to turn young talents into soccer stars.
And there's no better way to do it than winning championships. The future of Orlando City can be summed up in 3 letters: O-C-B.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free,
to Eastern Florida State College, home of the Titans, as Orlando City B and the Charlotte Independents get set to get underway here in just a moment. And as we look at the starting lineups and the players to watch, Eric, what's going to be a big key to this game here?
Well, the key to this game for us, we have Lewis Neal playing in the hole again. Obviously, we have Tyler Turner as our player to watch. He's co-leader in points and goals for this team, and a lot of their play starts down the flanks. It's really important that these guys have a good game, and that includes Ambrose as well. On their side, everything flows through Enzo Martinez and and number 6, Davidson. And those are their two creative players. You'll see a lot of their play come through them. It's going to be important to shut those guys down. Both teams have new goalkeepers tonight.
And as we're speaking of that new goalkeeper, John Berner is going to be the player to watch for the Independents. This will be his first game with the team this year, and he's on loan from the MLS side, Colorado Rapids.
Yeah, Berner has 5 MLS starts. He's a big, strong guy, and obviously they have a lot of confidence in him, or they wouldn't have brought him in. It's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts, though, when you have a new keeper coming in, working with the back line. Everyone's usually not in sync. Sometimes it takes a little time to adjust. And that being said, Orlando, we have the same situation this week with OCB coming up.
And the player you're going to watch for OCB is going to be Tyler Turner, the fullback, tied for the team lead in goals.
Yeah, Tyler Turner, obviously a player close to many Orlando City fans' hearts. He's part of the future, along with Pierre Da Silva and Tommy Redding, and guys that are going to lead this club going forward in the coming years.
All right, as we get set for the game here, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Charlotte Independents. And as we mentioned, John Berner in goal. 2 players to watch, as you mentioned before, Enzo Martinez and June Davidson. And big thing there, without their leading scorer, Caleb Calvert, who's been recalled to the Colorado Rapids just this past Thursday.
Right, we still have Brian Brown in the lineup. Looks like Hellman's on the bench. Obviously he's been dangerous as well. But Brown has a couple goals and assists, and he's another player to watch out for. The scoring's really spread out amongst that team. For OCB, obviously, we have Tyler Turner coming up that right flank. He's a really important player for us. And with Michael Cox up top, we have the danger there to score a lot of goals.
And as we mentioned, both goalkeepers are new. Jake Fenlison will be in goal for OCB tonight, as Mark Ridgers is back home in the UK getting married. So congratulations to Mark. And as we get set here to kick it off, it'll be Tony Rocha and Lewis Neal in the center of the pitch, as our head referee, Rosendo Mendoza, gets ready to get us underway. He's assisted by Matthew Miscannon and Daniel Gutierrez. Meanwhile, 4th official will be Chris Bolak. As referee checks with his assistants, making sure their clocks are synced up. We are underway here from Titan Soccer Complex. As you can hear, the Harbor City hooligans behind Fenlison's goal, getting very adamant and loud as we get underway. Mikey Ambrose had a very good preseason, has had strong showings here and there, starting to get good performances going as he goes along. Neal will cut it back to Rocha. Rocha, another one of those guys who came out of a very good preseason, spent time with the MLS side, started to put some good performances together as well. So Ambrose here on the near side, cutting it back. Rocha sinking deep into the middle as Lewis Neal's got some space now. Looking over the top for Michael Cox, but he'll head it away by Duckett.
One of the things they did for to prepare for the last game was Coach Poulos talked about the patience of building up through the flanks, and it might be one of those games where we have to wait to 75, 85 minutes to see a goal. As we can see, Coach Jeffries on the screen there for Charlotte. But I hope they continue to keep that in place this week and be patient and build through the flanks, because Orlando City is really different. Is extremely dangerous when they're patient in their build-up like that.
Here's a ball over the top looking for Brown, but Fenlison will be able to handle it well. As we get a look at Anthony Pulis, 3-5-2 on the season. 11 points, 10th in the East right now, but a win could propel them all the way up to 6th place. Could be very big for them in terms of momentum. Coach Pulis was talking about how last game, the 2-1 win over the Rochester Rhinos, the defending champions, could be a really big momentum builder for the team. That one's played out by Nitti. And as we look at Craig Nitti here, referee's sending him back a bit. Craig Nitti, one of the tallest guys in the game right now, 6'5", and we look on the other side at the left back position. It's going to be Patrick Slojic, who's 6'6". So you got two very big guys. Slojic playing on the as a fullback here, so definitely something to look out for if you're Orlando. So he could be very dangerous on set pieces as well as going down the wing as he is now. Richie Larea is there to poke it away, and it will be a goal kick. As we get a look at Jake Fenlison there, this is his first start, but not his first appearance. Came into the game against FC Cincinnati in that very heavily weather-delayed game after Mark Richards received a red card.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how he handles this and how he comes into the game. You know, obviously everything starts from the back, so you want your goalkeeper to be, a powerful character. And here's Michael Cox in behind the defense on a great ball from Ambrose again.
Cox tries to square it across. It'll be deflected away by Slojic, and it looks like it will be a throw-in upcoming for OCB.
Yeah, like we said, that play down the flanks is so important for OCB. You can see Ambrose play the ball here. Right, a bending ball forward into Cox. He just can't get past his man, so he ends up playing it across, and it took a great block by the defender to keep that one from being a goal.
Yeah, nice job by Slojic, just clearing the ball out of the way. So here's Orlando City now playing on the left side. Ambrose is going to try and get some room, but a nice job by Joel Johnson taking it away.
That's two great possession-winning tackles sliding tackles from Lewis Neal there, where he's slid in and just kept the play alive for OCB.
Now they'll play it back to Callan McFadden. He's getting his first start since the last few games have been Connor Donovan and Devon Garcia, as Richie Larea has been pulled down, and OCB will have a free kick upcoming.
Yeah, that was just a pure yank. Larea blew by him, and he just pulled him and said, "No, you don't. No, you don't."
On the foul was Jan Ekra, another one of those USL veterans that you see all the time in these USL owned clubs. Played a lot with Harrisburg City, actually spent his youth career back in Lyon, and was a roommate of most recent Champions League winner Karim Benzema.
Yeah, he also has some international experience there with Hull City. So obviously a well-traveled player.
So here's De Silva now. We'll cut it over to Cox, who tries to turn, and it's deflected. Ribeiro's going to try and put it back in the box. Is now De Silva back with it, as he will try and dribble through defenders, and he stays up nicely. Gets it back to Ambrose. Good job by OCB to maintain possession here. Now Ambrose will try and get it over the top to Cox again, but this time it's picked out, and it was Henry Kalungi on the header. Kalungi again, another one of those USL veterans, spent a lot of time with the Richmond Kickers. Started with them in 2009, and up until last year he was with them. So here's a chance just over the top of the goal, as Lewis Neal just kind of put it back towards the goal mouth and almost had a good opportunity there.
Yeah, I think he kind of surprised everybody. Lewis kind of surprises everyone here and steps up. We win the ball in their defensive third, and he almost takes a quick snapshot and just over.
Good job by Michael Cox pressuring the goalkeeper Burner. And as we said, it's going to be a test to see how these goalkeepers do, being their first starts this season. So far, so good for both teams, as that's going to be a foul on Ambrose. As Joel Johnson goes over to pick up the ball. Johnson, a guy who's come out of the Valencia system in La Liga. There's a lot of talent and is still very young at only 23. as Fenlison will grab that.
Okay, it looked like a confident grab for the first time. It's important the keeper gets his hand on the ball early, make him feel good, make him feel flow and a part of the game.
And one thing Fenlison said, as I talked to him during training the other day, he said that those 13 minutes were kind of key for his confidence because he got that first appearance out of the way, and now he can kind of just go out there and play. As Cox looked to be onside, but just a step off.
Yeah, I think he was trying to sneak in through the back there, just missed it.
Cox also tied with Tyler Turner for the lead in goals for OCB. Kind of the target man striker compared to Haji Berry, who scored a brace this past game, but he earned his way up to the MLS side for their game against NYCFC come tomorrow. Now here's Johnson.
Yeah, Barry, after scoring 2 goals here at OCB last Sunday night, on Wednesday he was in the game for Orlando City, made a substitute appearance.
He's a shot by Ekra, and that'll be taken by Fenlison. He'll just clear it out of the way. You can see Fenlison kind of trying to direct his back line a bit, trying to help them communicate. As again, Connor Donovan and Devon Garcia up with the MLS side, so it's going to be Nitty and McFadden playing in the center backs. Now here's Jorge Herrera, as there's a clip by Tony Rocha as Enzo Martinez is down holding his, looks like his hamstring.
Yeah. I think he just caught him. He stepped on him as the ball came. It's harmless. Sometimes those can sting a little bit.
Got up limping a bit, but seems to be okay. As it will be Jorge Herrera on the free kick, and Jorge is probably one of the longest tenured USL players. Pretty much was at one point was the face of Charlotte in USL in soccer. He was with the Charlotte Eagles from 2007 to 2012, took a break, came back with them from 13 to 14, then the Eagles were down to PDL, and he came up with the Independents. So he's been around for quite a long time. That one's centered into the box, as the Independents will come away with it. And Herrera will have it on the near side. There's one of the players we talked about earlier, June Davidson. Has some experience with the Japanese J-League, both Division 1 and 2. Also spent some time with the MLS side Vancouver Whitecaps. Here's a ball for Johnson on the near side. Got some space. Cross it into the box as Nitty will take care of that. So here's Enzo Martinez.
This is the danger player right there. He creates a lot of the goals for them. They really have to keep their eye on him.
A shot from outside the box. It'll come to Herrera. He'll center it back for Martinez. Martinez trying to get past, and we'll get it out to Johnson. He'll cross it in, and coming out is Callum McFadden to just kick it away.
It's a good thing he did. There was a player right there for Charlotte. It's like the forward number 9 was coming in.
As there's a ball, as Fenlison will try and keep it in, and he will indeed. Well done by the goalkeeper, Fenlison. That took a deflection off an Orlando City player. If it had gone out, could have been a corner. Now Orlando City will try and build from the back. As a long ball over the top, looking for Cox. He popped in the air by Duckett. Now Orlando City trying to get numbers forward.
Patient in the build-up there. They had him on the ropes. They had him with a man up and a chance to go at him, and they just missed that opportunity when Cox didn't play Richie Luria through that ball fast enough.
Now Nitty playing it back to Fenlison. Fenlison's looked pretty good so far. Pretty confident in the back. Just trying to manage his back line as best he can. So Ambrose will come forward now. And they'll get Herrera for a tug on the jersey.
Well, the referee played the advantage there. That was just in case something better developed for the play when it didn't, brought the fall back. Referees are doing a better job playing the advantage in the last 18 months. You can see it across all levels.
And there's going to be a shoulder. I think that was Pierre Da Silva who went into Ekra. So it'll be a free kick coming for the Independents. And the Independents led by Mike Jeffries, who is a longtime coach of pretty much all levels of U.S. soccer. He's coached over at Duke, was an assistant over with the Chicago Fire for 2 different stints, was a head coach of the Dallas Burn, now known as FC Dallas, from 2001 to 2003, and spent some time at different colleges around before heading to the Des Moines Menace, where a bunch of his players that are currently playing for the Independents have come from. And he was their first ever head coach. As there's a shot, nice save there by Fenlison going to ground.
Yeah, Coach Jeffries has a lot of experience across the spectrum from college to pro, and this Charlotte team will be well prepared.
OCB now trying to find some pockets of space, as that's going to be a trip up as Tony Rocha goes down. And it's Jan Ekra once again involved with it. Here we'll take a quick look at that
Comes from a throw-in.
save.
Just a quick snapshot by Martinez. Gets the ball off the throw, and you can see how dangerous he is.
The 3 leading scorers for the Independents, they all have over 20 shots apiece. So you know they're not very shy when it comes to taking shots. As it looks like Da Silva just dribbled that one out of bounds.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite keep it in. He was juking back and forth. He had him beat twice, and just, ball didn't come.
Joel Johnson again. As we said, does have a bit of La Liga experience with Valencia.
That's
Definitely
good team
has some-
defense right there. 2 guys crowded him. Ball comes back, wins up to Mickey Ambrose, and OCB's in possession again. Now they're switching point of attack, moving around. This is the quality kind of soccer Anthony's looking for. Pressuring as a group,
Now
working
Tyler
as a
Turner.
team and trying to win it back.
Turner on the far side, winning a throw in. As we'll really quickly mention USL Social. Get into the game through the USL's social media channels. Follow USL on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league. Now counterattack coming from the Independents, as they'll pull it back and try and get numbers forward. As that's Davidson on the far side. Pinging some nice balls over on that left side. Trying to work it back. As Martinez trying to win the ball back, he'll get it over on the side to Brown, who will take a shot, and it'll be deflected out for a throw.
Well, you can see the danger in Martinez there. He loses the ball, and he turns and slides from a backwards position and slots the ball right to his teammate, who has a chance for a shot on goal. I mean, he never gives up on the play. What a dangerous guy to...
Nice win-back possession from OCB, as here's Pierre Da Silva making the run. As Joel Johnson trips him up, and that will be a yellow card shown Joel Johnson. First one in the books for either team.
Yeah, he didn't give the referee any choice there. As Da Silva accelerated away, he had one chance. He let the guy, let the Orlando player run towards right at your back four, or go ahead and take him out. So he went ahead with the professional foul.
Very early in the game, only
Here it is.
16 minutes in.
Look at the
He'll
change
have
of
to,
pace here by Pierre Da Silva.
Joel Johnson in the 16th minute.
Just a bit of a shove down. You can see that closeout speed by Joel Johnson, though, keeping up with Pierre Da Silva, who
Yeah, he
by no
probably-
means is a slow player.
Yeah, no, he probably would have caught him, but he's always afraid of the creativity of a player like Da Silva, that he's going to slot that dangerous ball through. So we went ahead and
At 17
Check it
years
out.
old, Pierre Da Silva, one of the youngest players in USL, came out from the academy. Pretty much the epitome of what Orlando City want to do in terms of developing players and getting them game time, as Ambrose will take that one off the chest and out of bounds.
yeah, it's important to remember that that although the goal is to win championships and Orlando City would like to win this USL championship. At the same time, it is a developmental league, and this is the opportunity to give the next generation of players like the Tommy Reddings, the Pierre De Silvas, and the Tyler Turners a chance to play in a professional environment and get that experience. And that's the great thing about this developmental league.
As we talked about earlier, Connor Donovan and Devon Garcia called up to the MLS side for this coming game on Sunday. And they've been getting constant playing time here with OCB. And they've also been playing very well, as that's a foul on Tyler Turner, who goes to ground, and it looks like, can't quite tell who that is. I think that'd be Estrada. And it looks like a yellow card has been shown to Tyler Turner for that challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card has been issued to OCB number 2, Tyler Turner, at the 18th minute.
So the two fullbacks, both on yellow cards, not even 20 minutes into the game. Definitely something to watch for as the game progresses on. A bit of restart with Slogic on the far side. Switch of the field to Johnson. He'll be taken out by Ambrose. And Pierre De Silva gets away with a touchdown, but
Well, I think there was a handball there, but he was kind of knocked into it. So
incidental contact.
It's not going to be a game-changing play or anything.
Meanwhile, the ball goes back to
That's
the Independents.
Second ball, Lewis Neal stole in their defensive third.
Here comes Michael Cox, holding up play, getting it back to De Silva. So put it into the box, takes a deflection, and Berner's able to handle that easily.
Yeah, not exactly what he wanted on that cross there. But again, that shows, Coach Poulos looks to put Lewis Neal in the hole there and play like a number 10 and creative play. But at the same time, you see, he's a little cheeky and tricky defensively, and he can win balls for you.
That's the veteran presence of Lewis Neal. This is his third rendition of an Orlando City team that he's been on. Was on the original USL team in 2011, the MLS side in 2014. As there's another hard challenge as Slogic goes into Tyler Turner, and Turner is down in some pain.
Yeah,
and we'll have another yellow card. That's the third one in the past about 5 minutes.
So the referee just evened the score. You'll see that often in plays. A yellow card on one side, the next foul on the same player is going to be a yellow card on the other side. Something to always watch out for. The referees look to even the score. They want to try to keep things fair for both sides. It's natural.
So Rosendo Mendoza, the referee, trying to keep this game under control as it progresses on. So far 20 minutes in, nothing happening too much. Some chances here and there, but Orlando City have a good chance here with a free kick coming up. It'll look like De Silva and Richie Larea will be the ones to try and take.
And look for Michael Cox's head here, or a ball flicked.
As De Silva will take, looking for Nitty's head, he'll head it back the other way. And Brian Brown will come away with it for the Independents.
Yeah, I'd like to see that ball to the back post to Nitty for him to head it back into the middle for Cox and De Silva and the other players to run onto.
Now Andrew Ribeiro with the ball. Ribeiro actually spent the 2015 season with the Independents, so he knows their system fairly well. There's a ball back to Fenlison. It's Brown coming in to chase. Now Turner looking for some space, creating it as Larea now will get it up to Lewis Neal.
Great turn by Richie Larea, and he gets it back.
Now some opportunity here for the Lions, as Neal will try and put it into the box, looking for Cox, and Berner will come out and make the catch.
Yeah, Orlando City fans should be very familiar with Lewis Neal. Obviously, he scored the very first Orlando City professional goal. He's been a mainstay at the club.
Spent some time with DC United after the 2011 season. Got some MLS experience. Obviously has some European experience well. Shrewsbury Town, Carlisle United, Stoke City as a youth player. He's been around.
He's getting some broadcast experience as well now with us.
Absolutely, he's done pretty well as a player and a broadcaster, trying to do double duty. That's Logic on the far side. Here's Bilal Duckett looking for the ball over the top for Estrada, but it'll roll a bit too far for him, and a goal kick coming. Mikey Ambrose now again looking for the long ball for Cox, as he'll able to control that for a moment, but it'll go off his foot. And it looks like they're being very direct, Orlando City, just trying to get the ball up to Cox and then letting him slow up play and work around that. As now Martinez trying to dance through two different defenders, and he'll go down. Martinez grabbing his hamstring once again.
Yeah, the two of them used team defense there, though I think Pierre might have caught him. But
Nike is a proud sponsor of the USL. Follow Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Have some discussions here from the Independence players, who's trying to take the free kick, as we'll get it restarted now. As Johnson trying to create some space now to Herrera. Cleared away by Ribeiro. Bilal Duckett, again, one of those USL veterans, spent a lot of time with Rochester this past few years, with the Charlotte Eagles back in 2014, and signed with the Independents when they came about. Also spent some time with some MLS clubs. Was actually drafted in the third round back in 2011 by New England Revolution.
yeah, there's Ekra, the player from Ivory Coast. They're taking the ball straight through and fouled outside the box. Looks about 25 yards out.
So Independence will have a free kick here. Dangerous chance coming for the aforementioned Jorge Herrera. We'll see who ends up taking this one, as Independence do have three different players lining up. As with Herrera is Brian Brown, one of the leaders on the team in goals. 2 goals, 1 assist in 8 games. He's taken over 20 shots. As we said, the 3 main scoring presences for the Independents all have over 20 shots. One of those 3 players, though, Caleb Calvert, he's back in Colorado, recalled on Thursday. He has 3 goals and 1 assist. As Brian Brown will take this low and right into the wall, cleared away by Ambrose.
Well, the wall did its job that time. Sometimes that can be difficult, because sometimes the wall jumps and that little low ball shoots right underneath.
As the Independents trying to build out of the back. Switching field now to Kalungi. Now it's taken away by OCB. Here's Pierre Da Silva. As he's taken out from the back, no call, as Estrada came all the way back to make the challenge. So now the Independents will have it. Up to the top, Herrera. Back to Herrera, cleared away by Tyler Turner. So far so good for this OCB back line. As ball slotted through to Estrada, he's onside, crossed into the box, it's flipped up in the air by Callum McFadden. Almost looks like he got a back heel to it.
That was a dangerous play. That was the first time Charlotte got in behind Orlando.
As we'll take a look at the replay here. Nice
Herrera
slotted
cut the ball
through.
inside and then gets back out to him in a quick cross, and look who it is, the danger man, number 19, Martinez, was in there waiting for it.
Nice job by McFadden to read that one, just pop it up in the air and clear the danger.
Looks like Herrera on the corner.
Herrera, the set piece man. for Slojic on the far side, but he'll be taken away. Larea had it for a second, but now it's back into the box. Popped into the air by Ambrose, as Martinez will come down with it now. Independents have a chance. Back into the box, settled down and cleared away by OCB.
That was a great cross by Martinez there. It had bend, it had pace.
Now here's a chance again into the box. Fenlison will come out and grab that nicely, and will settle things down. Almost through the first half hour here, still no score between OCB and the Charlotte Independents. OCB playing without 3 of their starters that played the last game: Connor Donovan, Devron Garcia, and Haji Berry, all with the MLS side for this weekend's matchup against NYCFC. As that's popped up in the air, Joel Johnson goes up to meet it, and Pierre De Silva just gets a bit under him.
One of the areas where Pierre needs to get a little bit stronger with his body. Just about every game we see one of those under fouls. And as he grows and gets a little stronger, he's going to be able to use his body to just hold the player off in that situation.
And you see Pierre De Silva, only 17 years old, as we mentioned before, bags of talent, still developing as a player, mentally, physically, but definitely a lot of upside for the local product. As Tyler Turner gets taken out, a quick throw-in taken as Slojic gets taken out, and it will be a free kick coming for the Independents.
Looks like a free kick right outside the box there. Tough call. It looked like
I don't think
a
Andrew
good tackle by Ribeiro.
I don't think he can believe that.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty clean tackle, but the referee was trailing the play.
So Slojic earns the free kick just outside the box. The 6'6" man born in Okinawa, Japan. Spent some time with Cornell University and Reading AC in the PDL. And most recently with the Rochester Rhinos back in 2014. Does have a goal to his credit on the year. Well, 6 shots in 9 games. So he comes up a bit limping. So it'll be Jorge Herrera once again on the free kick. A lot of set pieces coming up for the Independents here in these last few minutes. But OCB has done a nice job clearing their lines and clearing the danger. Here's Herrera. Ball's into the box and just swung a bit too wide as Fenlison was diving for that one.
Dangerous cross with those big tall guys up there. Anybody can get a head on that ball.
And Fenlison, not one of the tallest goalkeepers you'll see, only 6 feet tall. But definitely has some upside with him. We'll take a replay of this one.
You can see the 2 white shirts attacking the ball at the same time as the goalkeeper, and just
looking for Slojic on the far post there as well. Now Michael Cox will have it for OCB. As Ribeiro will pop that one up. As De Silva gives away the ball, and now Estrada will have it for the Independents. Johnson on the near side will cross it into the box. Flicked on header. It comes off the back of, I believe that was Herrera. And Tyler Turner able to clear the lines for the moment.
A good cross. Another time Charlotte gets in behind. Unfortunately, that play started with a bad ball in the midfield by Ambrose, which you don't normally see. Good team defense got it back. Everybody was balanced and covered in position there, and Tyler Turner cleared the ball out. There we have another tug there by their midfield man. You see how Davidson just kind of sits in front of that back 4 and win balls, and then looks to get his head up quickly and pass to either Herrera or Martinez.
And we're on the far side with Tyler Turner trying to get it up for Larea. Larea so far quiet this game, but he's had his moments so far during this early season, already over a third of the way through, as Pierre De Silva will try and run this one down. Nice job closing it out by Joel Johnson.
Yeah, a player like Richie Laryea, you never know. You know, he can be quiet all game, and then it takes him one chance to turn on those burners, and next thing you know, he's in through on goal. He's that fast. Players like that, you just want to see him continue to work hard and put in the shift for the team, and eventually that chance will come where they get to go one-on-one against someone and or get a through ball. And here we have Roches almost winning the ball back from Martinez there at the top of their box. However, their danger man weaves his way out. And
now here's Slojic on the far side. As Laryea goes down, Brian Brown free on goal. He'll take the shot, and it's in the back of the net. Brian Brown gets the first one on the board, and it's for the Charlotte Independents. His third goal on the season.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there. He was running, got entangled up with Richie Laryea. Laryea went down, and he continued to run through and received the ball unmarked and was able to just cut in and score that goal.
So unfortunate for OCB as they let up the first goal of the game. As we'll take a replay of this goal here.
Right.
As you see, unmarked.
Yeah, just before that ball had gone out wide, Laryea had it looked like their feet got tangled up in the middle of the field, and he was able to run on through and get the ball back and score the goal. That's unfortunate.
Well, now Orlando City B will have to try and play from behind. They've got another 10 minutes or so to try and work their way back before the half, and then I'm sure Anthony Pulis has some halftime adjustments for his team that he'll want to go over. Now we'll see how the Independents approach with the lead, as Laryea being double teamed. Very physical play from both teams here early on, as it'll be a free kick coming for OCB.
Well done by Andy Ribiera there, holding that ball there. Now here,
nice ball out wide.
OCB has a chance here.
As here's Ambrose curling it in, looking for Cox, but it's punched away.
Great early
away.
ball behind there. You saw the danger of that player. He went ahead and slide and give that out for a corner kick, because you know that Michael Cox is running right in behind him. Those are dangerous balls. Sometimes the defender, it hits the defender and ends up deflecting into the goal. Anything can happen.
Safe play there by Bilal Duckett.
You can see Ambrose gets the ball in that space there, and he just looks up. He's looking to bend the ball around those last two defenders into that space for Michael Cox. And
very nice early ball from Ambrose as well. As they'll play it short for Laryea. He'll play it back for Lewis Neal. Gets on his left foot as De Silva's whistled off sides.
Yeah, as soon as he lifted up his head, the white defenders from Charlotte just stepped up.
So good
Sometimes
chance.
when they look to step up on that short offsides ball, that's when you can play that ball in behind for the midfield player to make that run through, and you can get goals that way.
Good.
Lewis Neal's, as usual, being his creative self in the number 10 position. Just look to free De Silva real quick.
Get a restart from Burner. And we'll have a throw-in coming for OCB. Keep up to date with all the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. As Rocha getting pushed off the ball by Martinez, and we'll have a quick taken free kick by Ribeiro, as Tyler Turner will have some space out wide. Nice play through the midfield, getting it out to Ambrose now. So this will be just trying to look and try and get forward. Silva will try and put a ball into the box. It's popped up in the air by Kalungi and cleared away by Johnson. OCB with a spell of possession here. Just trying to get it forward, but not able to get into that final third. Nice job by the Independents defensively.
I'd like
just
to
holding
see
it
them be a little
alive.
more patient like last week. And, you know, that really paid off for them, and I think they have the potential to do the same thing this week. But if they go searching for that goal too early.
As we got a foul whistled on Brian Brown. takes out Rocha, and we'll have a quick restart again.
Yeah, sometimes if you go searching for it too early and don't keep that patience up, it can bite you. That's a good ball over the ball for Michael Cox.
Cox is going to be able to get to it on the far side. He'll play it back to Turner. As looking for De Silva on the far side. He'll be able to run that one down.
Moose Neal made a run to the near post there, and he said, "Why on earth is that ball going all the way over there?"
Now Neal playing it where Ambrose. Nice ball in for Rocha. Will he get to it? He'll play it back for Cox, and Cox hits the bar. Will he get to it again? No, it's punched away, and it's a foul called on Michael Cox.
Wow,
My goodness,
great
what an
play
opportunity.
there by Roche to win that ball for us in the defensive third there. He went in, just
We'll get a good look at this
look
one
at the
here.
athleticism of Roche's here.
First off, nice run by Rocha getting
Great-
into the
great
box,
ball.
playing
Great
it
ball.
back.
Cuts it across, and it's right there. Just unfortunate. That ball came back off the post and down inside the field of play.
Get a look at Mike Jeffries once again. 54-year-old, 15, 10, and 12 in 2 seasons with the Independents. As we do have a player down.
And there's a collision of heads there going for that cleared ball, the ball that hit the post, bounced up and inside the 6-yard box, and it looked like there were 3 or 4 bodies all going for it.
Looks like it's Henry Kalungi who's down in the box. We'll get another angle here on the possible goal.
He cuts the ball back, and
Just right off the top of the bar.
it wasn't exactly an open goal. He had to kind of steer it between 2 defenders, and yeah, it looks like Cox just got him on that last attempt at the rebound there. Coach Poole is showing concern, obviously knowing that was a great chance, and it could easily be a 1-1 game here. It'd be nice for Orlando City to get the equalizer here before halftime.
So got another 6 minutes or so before the half, as we're in the 39th minute. So actually it was Jan Ekra who was down in the box. So the midfielder will have to come out until the next stoppage of play. So the Independents will be down to 10 men for the time being. See if OCB can take advantage of it. Ball popped up in the air by McFadden. Here's Johnson showing the speed. Getting it up to Herrera. Now Johnson again, nice dispossession by Rocha. It'll come back to OCB and Craig Nitty. Apparently known as Nitty the Enforcer.
He did well there, getting the ball out of back there with a little bit of light pressure.
Now Ribeiro plays it up. Trying to move forward here is Ambrose. Nice flick up, getting it past Herrera. As Rocha. As De Silva tries to flick it off towards goal and make a run, but Joel Johnson, he's been very impressive as the fullback here for the Independents. Very quick, very good feet as well. They'll play it up the middle, and it'll be dispossessed. Here's Richie Larea trying to make a run on it, but the Independents will maintain possession.
Yeah, Charlotte's doing a good job of cutting out those balls to Larea really quick and getting in on his feet early.
Now a chance for OCB as Richie Larea will have it on the far side, going all on his own as he'll cut it back. Plays it up to the top of the box now for Rocha. He'll take the shot. Looks like he didn't get all he wanted on it.
It's a great run by Richie Larea. Took 3 players on, got to the top.
And now here's a
to the corner of the
counterattack
box.
coming from Charlotte as Brian Brown with a few step overs lays it off to Enzo Martinez. He'll put it into the box, and it's popped over the bar by Mikey Ambrose as Fenlison was diving for it and not able to get to it.
Thankfully for OCB, that ball was flicked over the top, because you look at this, you have a 4-on-3 situation here with white shirt steaming down the field, and a ball serve over the keeper. He just missed it, and if it weren't for Ambrose, there'd be another ball in the back of the net there.
I think Fenlison may have gotten a tip of a finger on it. Just able to steer it a little bit away. But either way, it'll be a corner kick coming for the Independents as Jorge Herrera will be on it. As it's into the box, takes a deflection, and it does go into the back of the net, but apparently offsides. So a lucky break coming for OCB, as it looked to be 2-0, but offsides for the Independents. Now Fenlison just trying to direct traffic again, yelling at his defense a bit. It'll be a throw in right at midfield for OCB and Tyler Turner.
Yeah, that Davidson is doing a good job of frustrating Tyler Turner and Richie Loera on that side. He does a great job of stepping into that little pocket of space and cutting off those balls before they can get to him and applying early pressure. Doesn't give Tyler or Richie the time to get into the...
Now Enzo Martinez, one of the more dangerous players for the Independents, still with it, gets it off to Estrada. A lot of possession here coming for the Independents. OCB just trying to absorb the pressure for right now. Joel Johnson will get some space on the far side. He'll cross it into the box, and it's punched away by Fenlison. But it will be a corner kick again coming for Jorge Herrera and the Independents.
Yeah, it looked like Finlayson just wasn't quite sure if his markings there. Usually keepers will notch a mark in the grass just off their post to know exactly where they are without having to turn their heads. And it looked like he just kind of lost sight for a little bit and had to punch that ball out to make sure. He wasn't quite sure where the goal was, and his body hit the post.
Here's popped up into the air and out of play. So another corner kick, another goal kick coming, as we will be seeing 2 minutes of stoppage time coming. Fourth official holds up the board. Still in the 44th minute, so we'll see another 3 minutes at the least. Here's some pressure coming from Charlotte. It'll just be cleared away, as now Estrada will have it on the far side. Switch of field now to Johnson. Have some room to work. Get it over the top. And nice job by Pierre da Silva to dispossess him, but it goes off his foot out of bounds.
Pierre did some good work defensively, and then just that good left foot has just let him down and kind of stubbed the ball out of bounds there.
Cleared away by Tyler Turner, but no one there for OCB to really get anything out of it. So it'll be Charlotte again with the counterattack, as Slogic will have it on the far side.
2 minutes of added time.
Early ball into the box, looking for Brian Brown. That'll just get over his head. Another goal kick coming for Fenlison. Started out early on, back and forth affair, but Charlotte has really tried to control this game as we've gone on. In the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so,
Yeah, Charlotte does a good job of putting pressure from their their four guys in the forward zone, and meanwhile Davidson and 22 Joel Johnson kind of sit back in these pockets and constantly win balls. So where the open space is on the sides, if you can get the ball there that fast, they trust Davidson and Joel Johnson to take care of those balls, and it's been effective for them so far. OCB really needs to switch the field of play quicker and be able to get the ball out of those flanks and avoid that pressure.
I'm sure Anthony Pulis will be mentioning most of that in the locker room discussion coming up in just a few minutes. And while we'll be breaking down the first half and showing the highlights and statistics, as we're just about ready to head to break. One more chance possibly coming for both teams, as Herrera will have it in the midfield. Gets it out for space to Ekra. He'll get it wide for Slogic, who's coming up. See a lot of options coming forward for Charlotte. Billy Johnson and Slogic have all come up. Only Bilal Duckett and Kalungi back. Now Davidson looking for Johnson. Johnson will try and work. It's the earlier ball to the far post, punched away by Fenlison. And it looks like we'll have a foul as Herrera went into Fenlison.
Yeah, I think it was Estrada coming in strong on a run there, and well done to the to keep his composure and punch that ball out and avoid. It looked like he tried to go around the player and make as little contact as possible.
Fenlison will kick it up into the night, and there's the halftime whistle from our referee. So we will head to break in just a second as it is 1-0 in favor of the Charlotte Independents. We'll be back in just a few minutes for halftime analysis and highlights.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
Back here at Eastern Florida State, 1-0 our score here between the Charlotte Independents and Orlando City B. Welcome back to halftime here. Austin David here with Eric Lieben. And Eric, what are your thoughts on that first half?
Well, you can see a little bit of disorganization in the back on OCB's side. They don't normally see, obviously, the new additions. They're not quite clicking in sync perfectly. They're still doing a pretty good job, and but it's kind of been a little bit of that bend but not break so far. They did get the one goal in, but they've limited the chances, and obviously OCB had one really good chance too. Could easily be a 1-1 game.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the halftime highlights from the first half. As the first one will be Brian Brown's goal, the only goal of the first half, as he went far post.
Yeah, that was the one. See, you can just see Luis Luria get back up there. He had got entangled with him and come off for the worst, and obviously the player was able to get through, get the ball right back.
Here's a chance from OCB. Ambrose plays the ball in.
That's that great bending ball behind the line that Duckett came through and slid and blocked that out for a corner kick.
Now the perfect opportunity for OCB as Tony Rocha makes a nice run, plays it back for Michael Cox, and he hits the top of the bar.
Again, we talked about early in the game the importance of the balls on the flanks and the wide play of Tyler Turner and Ambrose there, and you saw a great ball in from Ambrose, and Roche cut it back. We just missed that goal.
Here was a chance again for...
That was the offsides ball.
That was the offsides.
Right.
Another chance for the Independents. Joel Johnson playing the ball into the box. And a nice punch by Jake Fenlison, just coming out, protecting his goal. As he's looked so far so good. Besides that one goal, he's been confident. And
yeah, you'd like to see him get across on the goal and make sure the near post was covered. But overall, he's done a good job. He's dictating the pace out of the back. His distribution is good. You know, he's winning the balls in the air. He doesn't look tentative. Overall, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, OCB just trying to get things forward. Michael Cox really being that target man that they're trying to get the ball up to. It's been a bit of a struggle with the back line of the Independents. They've really kind of kept him in check. How do you think Orlando City B try and figure that out going forward?
You know, I think it's a lot of what we talked about for last week, and it's maintaining that patience. If you look to see where our danger is coming from, it's coming from these flanks. If we can continue to hold the ball in the midfield, work it out to the flanks, look for our target players in. If not, we can bend the balls in behind, look into those pockets of space. And it's really important for OCB here to come out strong defensively, and then when they get a chance to go on the counter, on the break, then we go with speed and with numbers and look to get in behind them. But I think the play is going to come from the flanks, and I look for a ball into Michael Cox's head.
And there's still options on the bench for Anthony Pulis. You got Brian Rochez, obviously the designated player from Orlando City, the young designated player who's on loan for the season. You've got William Ayang as well on the bench. Marius Obakamp on the wings, as well as Johnny Mendoza. So you have options if you're Anthony Pulis. Do you think he makes any substitutions right here at half?
I don't think we see it until the 70-minute mark. We might see one switch, but I think he needs to keep he's going to tell these guys how solid they've been in the back, and just come out with more intensity, a little more fight, play quicker, change the pace, fit quicker, and we're gonna have a good game on our hands here.
All right, we'll be back here for the first half stats in just a moment, so stay tuned.
Stretched out to the middle, back to
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Bernardo forwards. It's in! Rochester
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
Back here at the Titan Soccer Complex on the beautiful campus of Eastern Florida State College. 1-0 our score at the half between Orlando City B and the Charlotte Independents as we get our first look at the halftime statistics. And Eric, what's your first inclination here when you look at these stats?
Well, they do have twice as many shots, but OCB did have some chances down on their side, and sometimes it doesn't always translate into what it looks like on the stats. The thing that concerns me the most is that Charlotte's been able to break down OCB, and they have gotten behind us a few times to get balls back across the box. Their creative players have they've been stopped right around the 18-yard line, but they have been able to get their foot on the ball and and work through the field. That concerns me a little bit. But the bigger thing is that they're getting behind us and getting balls across the box. OCB is really going to have to handle that. And I think that's part of the new line. A little bit out of sync. Guys aren't quite as used to playing with each other as they used to. Starts in back with the keeper. But I think most of that has fizzled out as the half has gone on, and they're continuing to get better and work as a group. And they just have to concentrate in the second half and make sure there's no mistakes.
And you notice it's a very physical game. 18 fouls between the two teams, 3 yellow cards, 2 on the Independents. I mean, do you see it continuing with this second half being as physical as it was?
Yeah, it's a strong strong game. There's a lot of fast players on the field, a lot of big, strong players on the field. Everybody's fighting professionally to win that ball, and you're going to see that sometimes. But as the game gets into its flow here, I think we'll probably see about half the fouls in the second half.
All right. Be sure if for Lion Nation, watch exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes content. Vote on club decisions, get rewarded for your loyalty, and have access to partner discounts. Get closer to the club by subscribing to Lion Nation today. Learn more about Orlando City's new membership program at lionnation.com. We've got some very good documentaries on there as well. Kevin Alston, who dealt with cancer in his previous time with the New England Revolution, did a nice documentary covering that. But going back to this game here, how do you go about, if you were OCB, going about stopping that dangerous attack that you've seen from the Independents?
I think they need to come out real quick and establish possession, okay? They don't need to go right at the goal as quickly as possible. They need to chase the game. It's only one goal. Okay, they need to establish possessions, make sure everyone gets a touch on the ball, knock the ball around the back, build the ball through the flanks, and serve the ball into Michael Cox, and get Lewis Neal into the pockets of space and let Orlando create from there. And that's how they're going to get back into this game and get a goal.
All right, well, we will come back in just a moment with second half action here from Eastern Florida State College. Stay tuned.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
All right, folks, we're back here for second half action between Orlando City B and Charlotte Independence. My name's Austin David here with Eric Lieben once again, getting ready for the second 45 minutes. And as we mentioned before, 1-0 our score. Charlotte with the late goal in the first half. And now Orlando City B will be attacking towards their Harbor City hooligan fan base, trying to get that equalizer over the next 45 minutes.
Now you see the team there in a quick huddle together as a group, the 11 starters. That's important so that they all get a feeling of that cohesiveness and that group. You know, you know, we win this thing together, we work together, we work hard as a team, we work for each other, we've got each other back. That's really important going into the game, that you have that, you know, that reminder and that refresher right before you start, and kind of build off some of that energy together.
As I give a shout out to the Harbor City Hooligans behind goal, just give a shout out to Jack's Militia, the Charlotte Independent Supporters Group over at the Three Spirits Brewery. They got their watch party going on, so shout out to you guys over there as our referee is getting ready for the second half action. Senda Mendoza and his assistants all ready to go, as it will be Charlotte kicking off for the second half. And here we go. There we go. A quick start coming from the Independents, trying to move very quickly and over the top. As Tyler Turner will just push that one forward. So far, OCB looking like they're playing a bit more attacking. Just trying to push and create some turnovers. As there's one right there. As Rivera will slot that one over to De Silva. And it's taken out of bounds, but it looks like De Silva will be whistled for a foul, as he was going for the ball and collided with Bilal Duckett.
So that was good pressure there by OCB. Good defensive pressure, created that turnover, and with a chance to go right back down into their attacking third. Unfortunately, the defender was able to come over. I think that was Duckett that.
Long ball played by John Berner. We headed on by Brown. There's a collision in the midfield there, and Larea will be whistled for the foul.
I think Larea took one in the nose, it looked like.
And 2 Charlotte Independence players down, as Larea was rubbing his nose for a bit, but it looks like it's Slojic and Brown on the ground. So free kick upcoming for the Independents in the attacking area of OCB. We'll take a replay of that really quickly here. It's just a
yeah, you can see that Owa
collision
comes
there.
back and hits Larea, and then, you know, obviously the slide came in.
As we said before, a very physical game, as it was in the first half. Seems to be continuing in the second half. As the ball into the box, Fenlison, a bit unsure, but he claims the ball.
Got to be careful catching the ball low like that. One of the strengths of attackers sometimes is to run at the goalkeeper's hands, and when you catch the ball at a low point like that, it allows the attacking player a chance to come in and nip their head in there and win the ball.
It's going to be a foul on Herrera, just tugging on Turner. So play it back quickly. Fenlison looking so far so good. The 23-year-old, this is only his first professional start of his career. Did play 13 minutes earlier on in the season. Came in for a red-carded Mark Ridgers. As here's an opportunity after a turnover for the Independents. Is palmed away by Fenlison, and a foul called as Turner goes down. But as I talk about Jake, he comes up with a big save.
Yeah, that was a good save there. Unfortunately, that one wasn't one they created. That was one we gave the ball away in our own, just past the defensive third, and a quick turnover, and they came right back down our throats, and they were lucky.
Good reaction
Luckily,
save. As here's
they
another
weren't
chance
punished
coming,
here.
as looks like that was Callum McFadden just diving in, stopping the cross from Brown. But 2 very good chances in succession from the Independents, as now they have a corner coming up.
Yeah, first 5 minutes here, both teams playing really hard. Charlotte trying to do their best to get into the goal and try to start putting the game away, and OCB obviously trying to defend. And
there's a ball into the box now, flicked down, and Fenlison will come and grab it. He sends everyone forward. So far, lots of pressure coming from the Independents. OCB yet to cross the midfield line. Now they do. Be turned over though. And the Independents will come away with it. Referee says play on after the collision in midfield, so Turner will have it on the near side now. Trying to create something for OCB, but another turnover in the midfield. OCB just struggling to maintain possession right now. As here comes Brian Brown on the run. Right through the entire defense and poked away by OCB. Here's Cox with the hold-up play. Very physical as he swarmed by defenders and has it turned away.
All right, although he lost one, that's better play by OCB. Getting the ball up to him, let him try to hold on to it and bring the other players into the play like Richie Luray is doing here. Looks like Lewis Neal has kind of fallen back a little bit, playing a little bit deeper at the start of the half. So we'll see if that's going to continue.
Or for Pierre De Silva, but it's overrun and
Coach
out of play.
Maybe Coach Poulos thinks that he can be more effective from a slightly deeper role.
Just trying to build out of the back is OCB. Just trying to get anything going. As here's a chance, but it will go out of play. Throw in coming for OCB.
Looks like Ribeiro there, stepping in to win that ball.
So OCB will have a throw-in in their final third. Ambrose will take for Rocha. Now Lewis Neal will look, and he'll play it back. So OCB will try and reset from the back now. The ball will get all the way back to Fenlison, who's well out of goal. Try and help release pressure as Rocha. Now for De Silva. Nice move by De Silva to get past his defender.
That was it. Beat one guy and then play it. Keep going. As he gets stronger and gets older, a little more experience, he's going to realize he doesn't have to take multiple men each time. Beat one guy, two guys, quick play it, get the ball back and into the space and look back and get it again.
Throw in from Ambrose looking for Rocha, but it's dispossessed. And we will have, looks like a free kick coming for OCB. That'll be a throw-in. So De Silva back for Ambrose. He crosses into the box, but no one there for OCB. As Rocha leaves it off for De Silva, and it'll be out of play for a goal kick. It's another opportunity.
Bad luck
They
there.
were going forward, but turns up to nothing.
You'd think with a player at the top of the inside of the box with his head towards the goal and a player running on that there'd be a better effort on goal from there. It's good balance and cover, defensive work from Charlotte.
See the veteran presence from the Independence back line. Very aware of everything as it goes along. Now Tony Rocha has it for De Silva, plays it 1-2. De Silva through the defense. He'll take the shot, and he buries it. Pierre De Silva. What a goal for the youngster. His first goal of his professional career.
Now that's what we're talking about with Pierre De Silva. That's the creativity. That's the type of goal we saw early in the season, in the preseason friendly against Toronto. His ability to take players on one-on-one, get the ball back into the space, and finish quickly. And I don't think there's a better highlight of Pierre De Silva's talents as this replay in this goal right here. Watch, he gets the ball, middle field, quick 1-2 with Richie Luray, gets it back, and buries it in the far corner. Great goal. Hard to believe he's still a teenager.
17 years old, great team play and on the build-up. As he came through, De Silva just buries it into the far post part of the net, and just like that,
like we said,
completely against the run of play, OCB levels the game.
Pierre De Silva is an academy player. This is the future of Orlando City, like we've talked about on this broadcast. Him, Tyler Turner, Tommy Redding, these are guys that this is the future of Orlando, and having a professional league like this that they can use in a development capacity. You can't say enough for how far the game's come here in the United States to have this level
Yeah, and you speak about Tyler Turner and his experience. He spent some time with the MLS club, as there's a ball over the top for Estrada, who will hold it up. As here's Enzo Martinez cutting through the defense now. He lays it off for Herrera, but nice job defensively. Still not away yet, as that will go out of play for a goal kick.
Wow, did you see Martinez there? Look at this Uruguayan go. He just goes right by 2-3 people. He looks like Hazard running the ball with the ball. 2 years ago, Hazard, not last season.
Yeah, last season Eden Hazard, not good for Chelsea. 2 years ago, very good. Ball looking for Cox over the top, and it will go all the way back to John Berner. So Berner, in his first start of the season for the Independents, has led in his first goal of the year. So both goalkeepers have led in a goal on their first starts of this season. But the game is still a lot of time left to be played, only 55 minutes in, as OCB trying to take the momentum of scoring that goal and turn it into a second one. Meanwhile, the Independents still with possession. Here's the ball over to Estrada. And it was looking for Joel Johnson, but nice job cutting it out by Mikey Ambrose.
Yeah, it was good defensive pressure around the midfield line by OCB, and they almost had him trapped, and the player was just able to cut back and switch the field of play, but they almost stole that ball at midfield.
So Jorge Herrera will be on this one. And the ball's into the box, flicked up in the air, and will be tipped off the post by Fenlison. Not away yet as Brown has it and is poked away by Larea. And another corner kick coming for OCB.
Yeah, sustained pressure by Charlotte here. This is a good team they're playing. You can see it in their ability to identify the dangerous parts of the field and play the ball in there quickly.
Well, let's take a look at that really quick as ball was poked over the top. Fenlison just had to get a palm on it to try and get it over the top, but it wasn't able to.
Yeah, it looked like it was sailing over, and then it kind of dipped down at the last second. He smartly went over there to make sure.
As the ball will get to Kalinji on the far side. He'll put it into the box, and that will go out of bounds. But before that, it will be whistled offside. So OCB
yeah, I don't know how that. You never want to see that happen. See the attacking player take the ball down on the instep of his foot inside your 18-yard box.
Ball looking for the run of Cox as he's going to try and beat Duckett to the ball. But Duckett will get to it. And looks like their legs were tangled up as he goes down. As Ribeiro putting pressure on Berner as it's a turnover, and now OCB will have a chance. As Larea squares it off for Rocha. Gets it to the run of De Silva, who gets it into the box and almost getting to Tyler Turner, but it runs just wide.
Great team build-up there. Plays the ball all the way from the middle, switched the field of play all the way out to the outside to De Silva, a cross in, and almost a goal by Tyler Turner there. How did that one stay out?
Let's take a look at that one again. As a great ball by De Silva, just running to the back post, and Turner with two players coming at him, both Berner and Slojic.
Yeah, I thought Michael Cox was going to slide in and slam it into the goal, and then he wasn't there, and then, turn! They both missed it. But better pressure by OCB. Looks like they're playing their way into this midfield.
The physical battle between Brian Brown and Callan McFadden. There's now Enzo Martinez taking on the defense, working his way through. And we'll get it to the opposite side now to Estrada, taken away by Ambrose.
I really like the play of Mikey Ambrose this season. He has looked solid all year.
Absolutely. Ambrose out of the Austin Aztecs, their most recent rendition, as he played there last year, but the club had to suspend operations for the year. Hopefully they'll be back next year. And as we talk about USL development, as looks like Rocha goes down, it'll be a free kick for OCB. But as we talk about USL development, some clubs coming up. You've got one coming up in Nashville in 2018. You've got one coming up in Reno, Nevada in 2017. So hopefully if Austin does come back, it'll be 32 teams in 2018 and possibly still more. As USL really putting their nose to the grindstone in terms of expansion and trying to get professional soccer in all parts of the United States.
Yeah, incredible things happening through the sport right now, and some of the attendance figures that we've seen from this league, 15, 18,000 people. There's second division clubs in some of the top soccer countries in the world that don't get those kind of numbers. I mean, it's really what's happening with the growth of the game in the States right now is incredible. I mean, it is booming.
And you see all these different clubs like FC Cincinnati who are averaging 20,000 fans a game. They're all saying we want to be the next Orlando City. So Orlando City in the USL really set the precedent for some of these clubs in terms of becoming an MLS franchise. And you really got to kind of look at that as a good thing for Orlando, having every single team saying we want to be the next Orlando City.
Well, yeah, good luck. Good luck coming to a professional league your first year and win a championship. I mean, it's not easy. I don't think that, certainly the league didn't make it easy on our MLS side, and it was a difficult road, but it took a lot of hard work, and it paid off. And now we also have this team in this league.
Herrera now on the far side, and he goes out of bounds. But as you say, OCB coming up this year, Charlotte Independence, they came out in 2014. So as the Charlotte Eagles of USL went down to the PDL in 2014, and Orlando City went up from USL to MLS, Charlotte Independence came up to USL. Very interesting progression between the two teams, two Charlotte USL franchises. Ball will be played into the midfield now.
Looks like OCB's getting a better handle in central midfield now. They're starting to win more of those duels. They were losing too many of the 50-50 duels, and they're also losing the second balls. And if you look at the change in those statistics in the last 10 minutes of this second half, you can see where the success is coming from.
Diddy will play that back to goal. Just to mention, May 28th being Memorial Day weekend, the start of it this Saturday. It's actually a very interesting day in Orlando City USL history. 2 years ago today, Orlando City played in the US Open Cup. There's a quick free kick taken by Orlando City as Turner will have it. We'll get back to that story I was telling in just a moment. See what happens with this. As Ribeiro will take it. Play back to Neal. As I was saying about May 28th, 2014, Orlando City beat the Tampa Bay Rowdies in the US Open Cup 4-1. As a matter of fact, the backup goalkeeper for the Independents tonight, Cody Mazzell, was the goalkeeper in that game for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. And it's very interesting to see John Berner in the game, with Cody Mazzell being third in USL in saves with 32.
Yeah, we expected to see Mazzell, obviously, but that's part of it with this league. Sometimes things are done sometimes with the thought of maybe a parent team in place or other things that aren't always as beneficial as you would think in the near term to the USL team, but ultimately in the long run it is.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, Berner on loan from the Colorado Rapids. Obviously they're trying to get one of their younger keepers some game time, so he's in the starting lineup tonight. So also on May 28, 2014, it was another exciting day for Orlando City. The U23 team beat the Charleston Battery of USL in penalty kicks 9-8 in a very exciting matchup.
This is the time of the game where it makes a difference. Duckett and Kalungi and Johnson all together, and Slojic back there have all combined to play really well against Michael Cox. But as a forward, you just have to keep working, keep running, keep making your runs, keep holding the ball up, and you're going to get that one chance. That one chance is going to come where you're going to be able to fire your team into the lead, and it only takes that one half a chance to do it.
Here's a chance for Neal looking into the box, trying to find Cox, but it'll be just poked away. Still in play as now it's gone out and it'll be a throw to OCB. As we will be seeing our first substitution of the game. So it will be Jorge Herrera coming out.
Jorge Herrera. He's replaced by number 27, Zach Pfeffer.
So Zach Pfeffer will be coming in, formerly of the Philadelphia Union back from 2011 to 2015. He's been with Hoffenheim in Germany as well as Harrisburg City for 2 years. Traded to Colorado in January of this year and is now making his 5th appearance on the USL season. So Pfeffer's a very good midfielder. I've seen him play with the Union in MLS. Definitely a very capable player.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can play with Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, then obviously you can play.
Players giving a shout for a handball, but nothing given, so just be played back to Fenlison. Now we see some pressure coming up from the Independents as Rocha just working well and being able to win the ball back, but there's a whistle. OCB will get a free kick out of this one, though.
O'Shea does a good job of winning balls in those tight spaces like that and keeping his body, keeping the balance and fighting through challenges. Much like Christian Higuita from the first team, does the same thing very well.
Nice 1-2 between De Silva and Rocha, as it looks like De Silva is down and in some pain, but he's able to get up as play on, says the referee, as Zach Pfeffer will come down this near side, running alongside Slogic. He'll get it out wide to the big defender, who will pull it back. Now Ekra in the center of the field, swing it out wide. There's De Silva trying to run down Johnson. A lot more possession swinging the way of Charlotte over these last few minutes. We'll see if Coach Anthony Pulis goes to the bench sometime soon. He's got all his players warming up over on the side. So we're through 67 minutes here at Eastern Florida State College, as here's a ball over the top looking for Michael Cox. Cox fighting with Duckett to try and get the ball and doing nicely, forcing Duckett to put the ball away. Here's a chance for OCB as he squares it off, and it's going to be, oh my, a golden opportunity coming for OCB. But it was pushed just wide by Tony Rocha.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back again. What an opportunity! Straight down the middle of the field. De Silva and Rocha's involved. He teed it up for him.
Could have been 2-1, but unfortunately, just missed. Good opportunity, though.
OCB's creating the chances in this second half. They're getting in behind.
We'll have Burner coming up, punting it downfield. We've seen a physical battle between Brian Brown and Callan McFadden.
Yeah.
As we do have an offsides
Brown
flag
did a great job of holding McFadden off there. Okay, here's that last chance that comes through from the left side. Obviously you have Rocha, and here you have
De Silva laying it off.
Lay it off, just
inches
it up
away
for him. 10 yards out. He'll rue it on playback, but he'll score the next one.
Just gotta hope there is a next one for OCB to score, as chances have been few and far between in this game. As nice job by Turner flicking it over, but good recovery by Kalungi to win the ball back for Charlotte. As Kalungi goes through Larea.
He just ran right through him. That should be a yellow. He ran right through him.
Will be a yellow for Henry Kalungi.
I mean, Larea was in position, and Kalunji just Kalunged right through him.
I like it. So, 4th yellow card of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card
Third
is
to
Charlotte
the Charlotte Independents. So
Yeah,
we
you
get a
can, you can
replay
see
of it.
Leray in position there. And
Kalunji's just trying to go for the ball, just clipped Larea's legs.
he had momentum.
Now we see some of the OCB players just discussing a few tactics. We've seen some training ground routines on free kicks on occasion. And I've been watching a few training for some training sessions. And they have had some unique
Restarts
free
like
kicks.
this are really good goal scoring opportunities, so I don't expect any silliness. I think they're going to really.
Silva lays that into the box, and it's in the net. Craig Nitty gets his first goal of the season, and more importantly, OCB takes the lead with 20 minutes to go in the game.
An incredibly large percentage of goals come off of restarts inside the final third of the field. So when you have an opportunity like that, it's always going to have a chance to score a goal. It doesn't always happen just like that, as you mentioned on the broadcast, but we do get lucky once in a while. And if you see the ball comes through, it's a nice bending ball in towards the goal. And just a little flick header there. You always like to cross that ball so that if everybody misses it, that ball would just sneak into the far post, because a lot of times that happens across every level. But you see there, Nitty, or the tall center back, gets a nice flick header in, and now OCB's in the lead. And granted, they could have scored 2 more goals tonight. It could be at 4-1, but at the same time, Charlotte could have a couple more too. So I think we're in for a really exciting final 20 minutes here.
The 6'5" center back finally gets his first goal of the season. And a beautiful ball played in by Pierre da Silva. So he has a goal and an assist to his credit tonight. And more importantly, OCB playing with a lead now. Let's see if they can hold it up and maintain it for the next 20 minutes. As Araya is being pressured, as comes through the back.
You know what? He did a great job of getting position back there and holding the ball. He may have lost it, but that's the one time we needed Leray to be really strong, get back there and hold the ball, and he did get in position. He does need to get a little bit stronger so he can learn to use that speed to his advantage, and it seems like he takes takes the worst side of a lot of challenges a lot of ways. And
it'll be a throw-in for OCB as Neal just clears that one over to midfield. Nice job by Rocha trying to win the ball back as he clips Slogic, but referee says he gets ball first, but it's off Slogic, so it'll be a OCB throw-in right at midfield.
This is smart soccer by OCB here. You don't see him really hurrying right now. It's time to get the ball on the floor and knock it around, spread the ball around. Let's make Charlotte really do some chasing here.
Ball's over for, see who that was, Andrew Ribeiro, and he will be fouled, so another free kick coming for OCB.
Another ball here in the danger zone, right? A restart right at the final third of the field, right?
Yeah, Pierre da Silva going to come over and try and get another good ball into the box.
Bend the ball in, use your big man.
So as
scored 2 headers. Hey, if Dax McCarty can do it, the smallest guy on the field for the New York Red Bulls, then hopefully the largest guy for OCB can get a couple.
Dax McCarty, a local product as well, plays for the New York Red Bulls. His father, Dart McCarty, big proponent of Orlando soccer when it was coming about. As Da Silva will follow that one into the far post, it just pops over the top of the bar and will be a goal kick for John Berner.
Hey, it wasn't far off. It didn't look like much, but it almost ended up being a goal.
So we do have a substitution coming on, and it will be Henry Kalunji coming off, and Chris Hellman will be coming on. Chris Hellman, Lynn University product, scored 45 goals in 36 appearances in his time. Originally from Cologne, Germany. Very physical player. Meanwhile, we'll have some other substitutions coming for OCB as Johnny Mendoza will be coming on. And Richie Lareo will be coming off.
Obviously, this is an offensive substitution for Charlotte. They're taking a defender off. It looks like number 6, Davidson, who's been playing so well in front of the back four, is going to kind of fall back into almost like a left back role. I think we'll still see him kind of wander forward and look to get balls into the channels for them. But you're right, Hellman coming on, the German can flat out score goals here. So OCB is going to have to be really careful with this player who just came on the field, number 20, Chris Hellman.
I got the pleasure of watching Chris Hellman throughout his college career, broadcasting over at Rollins College. He was a nightmare to defend for the Tars, and he's definitely someone to look out for. He actually did score in the U.S. Open Cup game that the Independents had against the former USL squad Charlotte Eagles, now in the PDL. A 2-0 victory for them, and that was just this past weekend. Lewis Neal will clear that one forward. De Silva will try and get under it. As we do have the Orlando City chants that have been very famous over at the regular MLS Orlando City games. As dangerous chance from Mendoza as he dives into Burner, trying to win the ball back, as OCB will have a free kick coming as De Silva goes down again.
Johnny Mendoza, you mentioned early on in our pre-production meeting, you were talking about how he's played every game. He's one of those players that always works hard too. He's always running. That was a perfect example of him working hard through the play, never gives up on the play, sliding in. He ends up getting a foot on that clearance, which allows it to drop faster and have our OCB players with a chance to go in from the inside the final third. Just incredible work rate by Johnny Mendoza.
So we'll have another substitution as Pierre De Silva will come out and Marius Obakop will come in. What a performance by the 17-year-old, though. And a goal and an assist to his credit on the night. That's a solid 75 minutes for the youngster.
Yeah, he looked great tonight.
And you talk about Mendoza. Obviously came up through the ranks, played with the OC U23s, played at Lyman High School, your alma mater, went to Stetson University, played for Orlando City in the USL days in 2013. So he's about as local as you can get when it comes to one of your players.
Yeah, it's great. Great. I mean, that's what this league's all about, developing players for the next level. And, you know, coming from Lyman as a Greyhound, Johnny Mendoza will be familiar with in terms of getting to the next level.
Free kick, or sorry, throw-in coming for the Independents and Patrick Slojic. As he said, June Davidson kind of playing as that center back now. Ball be played forward, looking for Estrada. Now Zach Pfeffer will come away with it. As Pfeffer dribbles between defenders. Ball is played into Fennelson. He will go to ground to make the
There's a nice little
grab.
double touch right-left move at the top of the box there by Pfeffer. You can see the skill and the quality that he has when he's on the ball.
And I neglected to mention another substitution here for the Independents. Lewis Hilton did come in earlier in that substitution swing for both teams. So Hilton out of Truro, England.
Again, Johnny Mendoza working down that wing and never giving up on a ball and making it just a little bit more difficult for the other team. He's one of those players that constantly do that. He's a coach's favorite. Oh, look at this, stepping in to win the ball.
Here's Marius Obakop. As he'll get into the box, tries and threads it to Cox, but it'll be cleared away. As Ambrose will center it off for Ribeiro. As Andrew now will play it back. Trying to get it back to Obakop, but it's intercepted.
Obakop looked really good there on his first touch of the ball. He about got an assist. He almost got it through traffic to Michael Cox in front of the goal.
Now Zach Pfeffer. Looks like Hellman playing more of a midfield role. That one's going to be over the top. headed away by Mikey Ambrose, but Estrada will come away with it. Now here's Lewis Hilton. Tries and threads the ball through as here's a chance for the Independents, but it's skied over the bar. And it will be a goal kick coming for OCB, but not before we have a stoppage in play, as Brian Brown is down and in a bit of pain. Looks like he's grabbing his ankles.
Coach Poulos is not going to be happy with this breach here. A player running right down through the center right of the goal with a chance, and really should have done better. You know, if this wasn't a defender, this ball goes in the goal most of the time. Look at this, right through, a touch right through, and who puts him through? The Uruguayan, right?
Enzo Martinez. He's been pretty much everywhere for this Independent squad tonight. He has 3 goals and assists and 1 assist to his credit on the year. And his little brother Alex Martinez actually on the squad as well. Not within the 18 today, but he is on the roster. So now with this 2-1 lead and 10 minutes to go, you think OCB just tries to play it out, get away with this 2-1 victory?
Well, you know, if you play too defensive and stop attacking, you know, it's going to play into their hands because you end up dropping deeper and deeper. I think they're best off playing the way they've been playing, continue to stretch them, keep Michael Cox running up top. Take a little bit more of a defensive posture and have your defensive midfielders make sure they stay home. Got to be organized here. The most important thing is the organization and the concentration. Charlotte's got some really good players on this field that can beat you one-on-one and create chances for the other team very quickly. We've seen that obviously in Martinez.
Here's Obacop playing it up to Cox, who's holding it up nicely. He'll switch it over to the side of the field here for Tyler Turner, as Turner has some space to work with. Loses the ball a bit. We'll play it back to Mendoza.
Okay, you can hear Lewis Neal shouting to the guys, giving them instructions, and that's what he brings with all his experiences. He's telling them to relax on the ball, play to get the ball into his feet. Right there, that's where he wants it. So now he can play it. Now he can spread the field and switch it to the other side.
Great ball in for Mendoza.
So Mendoza. But at the same time, even if he just plays that ball out parallel to the side, and we get the ball moving in the other direction, it gets it away from the danger. Just maintain possession, keep the ball, try to keep it away from the team in the other shirt. I mean, it's down to basics here in the last 15 minutes when you're, actually last 10 minutes here when you're trying to preserve a lead.
So for folks tuning in, watching here, there's some more soccer to be played tomorrow as Orlando City, the club's MLS side, returns to Camping World Stadium on June 18th against the San Jose Earthquakes. Single-game tickets are available at OrlandoCitySC.com. But they'll be playing one more game before the Copa America Centenario break coming up tomorrow at New York City FC and Yankee Stadium.
Great job by Tyler Turner there, getting his ball between the big player and the ball. Oh, he did call it a corner. I thought the referee gave Tyler Turner the benefit of the doubt because Slojic was all over him in the back. That's what caused him to bump into the ball.
I think that might have been the assistant referee who originally flagged for a goal kick, but I think the head referee overruled him, so it'll be a corner coming. Here's the ball into the box, looking for Slojic on the far post. He'll be headed up into the air. And taken down. Now into the box is Hilton, as a foul committed in the box. Mendoza's down. It'll be a free kick coming for OCB.
Yeah, OCB needs to be really smart here. Everyone needs to concentrate and do their job. This is when it's really important. The last 6 or 7 minutes and a couple minutes of stoppage time, seeing out a win like this, you've got to really be careful to limit the opportunities of the other team, keep your players in front of you, ball side of your man, all those simple basic things come into play now here for OCB.
Ball's played back into the defense. There's a big game coming up for OCB next weekend as OCB takes on former Orlando City affiliate club Louisville City Sunday, June 5th at Eastern Florida State College in Melbourne. OCB ticket sales from $12 per game and single game tickets available from $15 per game. Go to OrlandoCityB.com for details. As we'll have another substitution here as David Estrada will come out as two different substitutions now, as it'll be Norberto Ochoa, another forward coming on. Originally actually signed at the end of March, was come out of UC Riverside, trying to get some more forward play on as well. As we did have another substitution that we'll get in just a second.
First substitution, leaving the game is number 22, Joel Johnson.
So Joel Johnson is out, and Jack Metcalf, the defender out of Liverpool, England, is in. So Estrada out and Ochoa in. So as we approach the 85th minute now, OCB just trying to hold on to this slim 2-1 lead. The ball will get out wide to Martinez. He'll put it into the box. Nitty will be there with the header. Now Obakop gets it just under his feet and loses possession. As here come the Independents again, this time with Zach Pfeffer. So he'll try and get it on his left foot. Nice job by Turner to deflect it away. There'll be a lot of pressure coming on for Charlotte as the game wears on, as ball's popped up in the air. Ribeiro's going to get a soft header on that one. It'll fall to Hilton. Hilton will play it back. There's some more pressure coming from the Independents as it's laid off into the box and just misses Slogic's head, as that will roll out for a throw-in. Didn't quite reach the byline. So Orlando City will have a throw-in coming up on the near side of the field. They're going to take their time in this one. So Turner will have this into Lewis Neal, who tries to clear it, but it's right back for Martinez as it takes a deflection, and Fenlison will get there and hold on. As we got a moment here, the Orlando Pride currently playing FC Kansas City, but the Pride will come back home and they'll take the field for its next home game next Thursday, June 23rd, as the Pride takes on Morgan Bryan and the Houston Dash. Season tickets for the inaugural NWSL season and single game tickets for upcoming games are available at orlando-pride.com. Here come the Independents once again. Davidson will get it over for Pfeffer. Now Hilton slots it over out wide. Building up play here as Martinez tries to get it off to Hellman, but it's again cleared away by OCB. Lions just absorbing the pressure now, just trying to clear their lines, trying to clear everything away. As here's a chance, just tried to be squared back, but nice job by Nitty to clear it away. But once again, Charlotte maintains possession, and they'll re-up their attack. Here's Pfeffer on the near side as Mendoza goes into him, and the referee says it is a foul, so a free kick coming with 2 minutes and change to go. We'll see what the fourth official ends up putting on his extra time. Lewis Hilton lining up to take this one. Graduate of Young Harris College. Actually played in the PDL with the Ocala Stampede right here in Florida. As Hilton will put this one into the box. Flicked up in the air as Lewis Neal tries to clear it away, as Obakop will come away with it now. As here's Marius trying to get it back to Mendoza. Mendoza keeps it in bounds, knocks it off of Hilton, and it'll be a throw in for OCB. Great effort, Johnny Mendoza. Just keeping that ball alive. Obakop playing the ball a little bit too far back for him, but the effort coming from Mendoza keeps the ball in possession of OCB. So Turner will be on the throw here. Going over the top for Michael Cox, who will hold up the ball. Gets it off to Mendoza, and he'll take it to the corner and try and waste a little bit of time as he's pushed down. No foul called, still with it, and it's out of bounds. It will be a goal kick. Good effort by Mendoza, just trying to kill a little bit of time in the corner. Trying to be strong, but he is probably one of the shortest players on the pitch right now for either team. Don't knock him for that. He's got a lot of effort and still a lot of strength. Hilton will play that into the midfield, intercepted by Rocha. Rocha takes a heavy touch, but still maintains possession. As that will be a long ball looking for Obakop. He'll try and run that one down as he'll maintain possession. He'll just cut it back. Obakop with the shot, and it gets under John Berner as he knocks it away with his leg and maintains possession with it. So 3 minutes of added time, says fourth official Chris Bolak, as Orlando City will have to hold on for just a little bit longer to get their fourth win of the season. There's going to be a free kick coming. Looks like it'll be for the Independents. So they'll take it quickly. Hellman with his left foot puts it into the box. Slogic comes away and punched away by Lewis Neal. Now Davidson plays it up for Hilton. Hilton again, just putting the ball forward, is flicked on. Fenlison almost not quite ready for it, but he reacts quickly and makes the save. Bit of a close call there, but Jake doing pretty solid in his first ever professional start. Graduate of Akron University, as was Richie Larea, who subbed off earlier. Both teammates back last year. Went to the College Cup semifinals, lost the eventual champion Stanford Cardinals. And Jordan Morris, who's now with the Seattle Sounders. As Davidson will play out wide here, near side to Lewis Hilton. Hilton been a key piece over the last few minutes, just trying to get balls into the box. Pfeffer gets it off for Hellman. Hellman with the toe flick gets it back out wide as Metcalf will come away with it. Puts it into the box. Flicked on by Slogic, and it will roll out of bounds for a goal kick. The 6'6" Patrick Slogic in the box gets ahead on it, but OCB still holding on to that 1-goal advantage. As Fenlison will send his entire team forward. Referee trying to get him to keep the game going. Fenlison puts his boot through it, out to the midfield line. Comes to Rocha. As Rocha evades 2 defenders. It's a nice job by Tony Rocha maintaining possession with the ball, and then as I say that, he turns it over. Callan McFadden trying to win the header as Pfeffer comes down with it now. Here's a last opportunity possibly for the Independents as he puts it into the box, and a nice kick save away by Callan McFadden. He's been in very dangerous situations for OCB. Everyone coming up. John Berner for the Independents coming up. This will be a last chance opportunity here for the Independents as they're trying to get their last minute equalizer. Ball is into the box and it will come to Brown. Brown will put it back into the box, head it up in the air, and there's the final whistle. Orlando City B comes away with the 2-1 victory as they come back from a 1-0 deficit going into halftime. Thanks to Pierre Da Silva's goal and assist, they come away with the 2-1 victory. We'll be back with Coach's interview in just a moment.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at GoCocoBeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
And welcome back to Eastern Florida State College. OCB coming away with the 2-1 victory over the Charlotte Independents. Our own Eric Lieben is standing with head coach Anthony Pulis. We'll send it down to him.
Another beautiful night here in Melbourne. OCB continues their ascent up the standings with a great victory against the Charlotte Independents. Coach Anthony, how'd they play tonight?
I thought second half we were very good. I thought we had a 30-minute spell first half where everybody was sort of 5 yards off the pace. We started off well, first 5-10 minutes we looked bright, and then the last 5-10 minutes of the half we looked bright, but that little period in the middle of the first half we weren't pleased with. So we made a couple of changes at half time, tweaked a couple of things tactically, and the response second half was fantastic. Delighted for Pierre Da Silva to get his goal. I thought he was excellent tonight, and then obviously for us to hold out and defend as well as we did at the end was really pleasing.
Charlotte has some really good players, don't they?
No, they're a good side, Charlotte. I expect them to be up there at the end of the year. Like I said, in the week, they have some experienced guys that have played in the MLS, that know the level, that are athletic and they're strong, and they caused us problems first half. But like I say, the response second half was great, and obviously we're delighted to get another 3 points.
2 games against 2 really good teams. How far can you guys go?
But listen, it's a cliche, but it's so true. We take one game at a time. That's all we ever do. We'll analyse this game, we'll break it down, we'll debrief the guys when we get back in early in the week, and then we'll plan and prepare for the game next Sunday against Louisville, which is going to be a very tough game.
Great work. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah,
Good
no
job.
problem. Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Just go easy on him. He's only 17.
Hi, Pierre. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
How do you feel? How does it feel to score your first goal?
It's great. Feel amazing. Scoring home. First goal as a professional player.
Congratulations. Can you describe the goal for us?
I just remember getting the ball from Tony Rocha, and I saw Richie Loria open, so I played a 1-2 with him, and I went between 2 players, and I just shot back post.
That's great. You guys have won 2 games in a row here. You're ascending up the polls. What do you think? How far can you guys go?
I think next game we play home, so we have a good advantage. We're playing home, so hopefully we get the 3 points next game.
1 game at a time, eh? Great stuff.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Thanks, Austin. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Eric. Good interviews there. As we wrap up here, we'll show some highlights and final stats. OCB coming away with their 2nd consecutive win, as Brian Brown opened up the scoring in the first half for Charlotte. Patrick Slogic finding Brown on the run, finds it back post. Early 1-0 deficit for OCB, but they responded nicely in the second half. Pierre Da Silva finding the back post, as he said earlier, 1-2 with Tony Rocha, and he finishes with the left foot. Beautiful finish from the 17-year-old. And now Da Silva's assist to Craig Nitty. Just a header, flicks it down with pace, just as you're taught in the younger days. Clinical finish there from the center back. And that ends up being the game winner for OCB as they come away with the 2-1 victory. As we look at the final stats for the game tonight, 6 shots on goal for both teams. Pretty even in terms of stats. A lot of fouls, very physical game. Over 32 fouls and 4 yellow cards. Definitely very physical, but credit to OCB for grinding out the victory, and especially in those last 10 minutes with all the pressure that was put on by Charlotte. And they're able to come away with it. So OCB will come back next week against the Louisville City FC. Big game for them. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining us. For Eric Lieben and myself, Austin David, thank you very much for joining us tonight. As final score, Orlando City B 2, Charlotte Independence 1. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good night.
Stretched out to the middle, back to
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Bernardo Fords.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.